No, pause it. Welcome back, Rellism Sports Talk, episode 56. Here with Tommy and Chris again, ready to do it. Episode 56. We're gonna be talking about the game last night. Was crazy. I know somebody over here is happy as I don't know what with Travis Kelce. We're gonna talk about this weekend's games. If we're gonna have all the games, we got Tuesday games, Monday games. COVID is out here tearing up stuff. Are we gonna be scared to play anybody in fantasy? And then of course we got fantasy matchups. Tommy's in the big league. He's trying to hold it down in there. Unfortunately, I didn't make the playoffs in that one. But me and Chris are in the T League trying to do things in that one. So he's got a pretty big lead. So what's up, fellas? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Doing all right. Not bad.
All right. So what's up with the game last night? I'm gonna start with Tommy because I know you already want to get on there, Chris. Tommy, what you think about the game last night?
Man, I mean, I in my opinion, the Chiefs right now they've kind of taken the helm of the NFL. They're the hottest team around. The defense has stepped it up well enough to be a playoff caliber, and that offense is clicking like we knew it could. So we're seeing the result of what happened with people who drafted, like on fantasy drafted a Hill or a Kelce or a Mahomes. If they had them in towards the tail end of the year, similar to a Tom Brady-led team, an Aaron Rodgers-led team, an Andy Reid and a Pat Mahomes-led team, they're clicking at the end of the year. So that was cool to see.
Yeah.
And LA still can't play defense, and they probably won't be able to play defense next year.
And wasn't they supposed to have a good defense for like the past 3 years? Like 3-4 years, we were like Chargers defense, defense, Bosa, and all these boys.
I beg
Derwin
to
James
differ,
hell. Derwin James hell.
I mean, from it?
On both sides of the ball, defense was so fucking good all 3 quarters until the fourth quarter. I mean, it was a back and forth battle. I mean, neither players on any fantasy had points at all. The first half and the beginning of the second half. I mean, fourth quarter was just
6 catches.
I mean, fourth quarter was
who was at the end? What'd your boy do?
Oh, my man Travis Kelce, he went in. He went in second half like nobody's business. His best game all year. Something I've been looking for all fucking year since the first 2 games of the season. And I mean, with 2 touchdowns, 191 yards, I mean, it was an epic game for him and an epic game for my fantasy because the man put up 38 points for me last night, and I was astounded.
So let me ask y'all this real quick, because they hyped the game up and the game lived up to the billing. At first, I was like, it's kind of a trash ball, but so everybody knew if the Chiefs won, they'd be ahead more in the division, and they would overtake and be number 1 in the AFC after this crappy start they had. But if the Chargers would have won, they would have overtook the division. You know what I mean? It was that close. So are the Chargers done now? Did they blow it when they went for it on 4th down 3 different times and got no points? Which actually cost me $250, but I won't get into that. But did they blow it? Are they going to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, they blew it. I think they blew it by not at least putting points on the board and kicking a field goal.
Will they make the playoffs, Chris? Chargers.
I think they will. I think they will. The way they played last night, I think they will.
Unfortunately, that's up to the Broncos.
They're gonna make it.
It's up to the Broncos whether or not the Chargers.
Broncos.
If the Broncos win out, we have more games than anybody versus the top contenders left, and we still got a game versus the Bengals. We still got a game versus the Chiefs. We still got a game versus the Chargers left. If we win those games,
Tommy, I know you're a faithful. Look, I respect
7-6.
I respect your gangster, baby. I respect your gangster. I know you love your Broncos, and I we to the fullest. But
haven't
you said
allowed
the
a rushing
Bengals and the
touchdown
Chiefs,
since
and you naming all these teams.
One rushing touchdown since week 8.
If we beat these teams, y'all ain't gonna beat them teams. Come on, man.
I mean,
if we beat 3,
I'm gonna put it like this:
3 or 4.
There's been some hell
because the Chargers one of them. If they don't beat the Broncos, the Chargers not going to the playoffs.
But you're saying the Broncos will.
The Broncos gonna beat the Chargers, man. They can't play.
Nah, man. Come on, man.
We got 2 rushers and go for 2.
Teddy, 2 gloves ain't gonna do it, baby. Y'all already talking about starting Drew Lock. Drew Lock is gonna play.
No, Drew Lock's not playing.
Drew Lock's gonna play. They've been talking about it on the radio. He's gonna play.
I know. I got some guys pretty dug in on Denver. He ain't playing. Drew Lock's not playing this year unless Teddy can't walk.
And I appreciate your heart and your love for your team. I mean,
hey man, I got heart and love for my team. We 4-9.
Yeah, but you ain't talking about y'all gonna still make the playoffs and beat the Bengals and the Chiefs. I mean, keep it real. All right, so look at it.
I mean, there's been some upsets this season. I mean, there's been some upsets. So it's the NFL. You don't know what to expect, bro.
Take the spread. They are not covering the spread.
Okay, I will be respectful. I will be respectful to you, Tommy. I'll be respectful. They do have playmakers on defense that can do things, and they do have running backs that can do things. And so I won't say that they can't do it. But all right. So we just flip the script. We ain't gonna talk about the Broncos. They get too much airtime, too much, and the Giants. Stop talking about them at all.
I didn't say nothing.
No more Giant talk.
They got 2 high picks.
On the other side, we flipping the side. Are the Chiefs the number 1 team? Are they gonna represent the AFC now?
It's a good chance, man. It's a good chance, yeah, man.
I'm still not sold on them. I'm not sold still. They look like doo-doo.
Last night, yeah.
The Chargers beat themselves. The Chargers beat themselves.
The Chiefs are forcing turnovers, and that's what changed the game. Once they started forcing turnovers, and we saw Chiefs enabled to play with a shorter field, they stopped caring. Started stopping that touchdown and going for the pick.
Sit down.
They're not giving up. No, they're not giving up. They're not giving up.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Long drive, take the ball away from the game anymore.
I'm gonna say this
they're
right
going
now.
They're going for the.
If Derrick Henry comes back for the Titans, like they're saying he's going to,
I'm playing.
Can they do anything? Did we just forget about? Did we forget about the Titans being the best team in the AFC?
All right, no, we didn't forget about it. But here's the thing: you put a running back who just got hurt back in. I mean, what are the chances of him getting hurt again?
A 200 some odd pound frame.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the frame is, dude. It doesn't matter.
You don't want. That's like Zion. Come on now.
Come on, man. They put him in as early.
See something coming.
If you put him in as early as. If they put him in early, man, he's bound to get hurt again, man. I mean, look what happened. Look what happened to
like that. You only talking like that because your running back is Saquon Barkley. He's scared every step he take, he gonna get hurt. He be running like
Mr. Glass.
You know what I'm saying?
He's scared to get hurt again.
Derrick Henry's a man. He ain't scared of nothing at all. He'll run without an offensive line and still try you. That's what Derrick Henry do. But I'm telling you, my team, and I'm calling it this week. I'm calling it before anybody else does. I'm picking, and I like the Patriots, and I love the story, and I've been telling everybody way before this week that the Patriots were coming. Y'all can look back 4 or 5 episodes. I told y'all they were coming. I'm picking the Colts.
We talked about that.
The Colts this week to beat the Patriots. The Colts are the scariest team in the AFC. The way they can run the ball, their defense, and Carson Wentz is getting confident. I'm telling you, Jonathan Taylor should win MVP. And that defense is stepping up. I'm telling you, the Colts are be wary of them. What do y'all think?
I can agree a little bit, man. The Colts they're underrated right now, and I believe they are underrated. You know, but the way Mac Jones has been playing, even though he's been looking like shit, he's getting those W's, yo. He's getting those fucking W's, man. You know, and Patriots defense, bro. I mean, you can't ignore that. Yeah, I mean, Patriots defense is making turnovers. They're making plays. They're scoring touchdowns, bro. Like, come on.
Okay,
you're making dragons. We're all trying to pick a team that can compete with what the 2 to 3 top teams in the AFC are doing right now, which is the Chiefs. I mean, if Lamar's healthy, the Ravens, because their run defense is legit, and they can, with the best individual player in football, take over the game. As the best individual player in football.
He might be the best individual player on Madden.
No, not on Madden.
He's 99 overall.
It's not on Madden.
If AJ Brown gets healthy at the tail end of the year, that's who nobody's really worried about. If AJ Brown can come back and Julio can come back and those guys can come back, it is not Derrick Henry coming back you got to worry about.
Yes.
Tannehill was putting up numbers last year, and he can run for 100, throw for 250. And Byard might be the best safety in football. They got.
Hold on, real quick. Did you say if Julio Jones comes back, he's gonna make an impact? He ain't done nothing all year. Julio Jones ain't done nothing all year.
He can.
Nothing.
He can. It's a
AJ
playoff.
Brown
it's
is a stud, yes, but Julio is name recognition only.
That's what he could do something in the playoffs. Deshaun Jackson all of a sudden started getting open again. I mean, let's see what happens.
You take Julio Jones off that team, and you put your boy Cortland Sutton on that team.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, because Cortland Sutton ain't get no love for Denver. No love. Cortland Sutton is a star. He is a star.
They're not throwing him the ball for a reason.
He can't get the ball. He can't get the ball.
It's an audition.
Tim Patrick $35 million a year or whatever.
Whoever Denver wants next year has to be okay with Sutton. Sutton's paid. He got 4 years.
Yes.
Now Javonte is the guy we have to show out for because we got a new quarterback coming. So I mean,
is it Aaron Rodgers? Is it Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson?
Out of the two, it'd be A-Rod before Russell comes over to Denver. Now,
Russell go to the Giants.
There's been whispers of Russell, maybe. He needs a big market, man. He's got Sierra. He's got some influence inside of the big market style.
So that's New York. That's New York. That ain't Denver.
Miami's better.
But Miami sucks.
It don't matter. It's
Miami. They're still in the hunt. They still in the hunt.
Middle of the market.
I'd rather go to New York with all those weapons. It's kind of like Tom Brady. Go to a team with.
That's what I was telling you. What? Yo, bro.
Right now is Gallman. It was Gallman, and they released him. And he got signed by somebody else.
Yep. He did.
I mean,
dang, yo, you like to talk down about my G-man, bro.
I like the G-man. I like Gallman. Y'all lost me, man.
Man, Gallman barely did anything, bro.
Gallman could receive.
He was just fast. He was fast.
All right, so look, check this out. So looking at the games this week, I've already told y'all New England and the Colts is the biggest probably impact game. Who y'all got? I already told you who I got.
I'm going. I gotta go with them Patriots defense, bro.
Patriots defense?
I gotta go with that. I think that's gonna be the difference between the two teams. To be honest with you, yeah, hell yeah.
Tommy,
Coach got good defense, man.
Hey, hold on, before y'all answer, before Tommy gives his thing, we gotta pause for a sponsor real quick. All right, welcome back. Now we ready for Tommy's spot. Tommy, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win between the Patriots and the Colts, baby? Who's gonna win this old rivalry? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, new rivalry now. Who's gonna win? And why?
Between Peyton Manning, do what?
No,
the
Patriots
old rivalry.
and the Colts.
All right. The Patriots and Colts. We've got we were being at Indy.
In Indy. The fake crowd noise.
I don't think it's really going to matter. It's going to be Belichick. It's Belichick's game.
Oh, two Patriots.
We might see a straight up 15 attempts, 20 attempts passing, and a good 35 rushing attempts this game. 40 rushing attempts to where the Patriots just try to win this 24-10, call it a game. Belichick walks away.
All right.
You don't need to show him nothing.
So I've been bragging about the Patriots, calling them, saying this, and this. I'm gonna eat my humble pie right here because I was also beating on the Bills drum. They didn't drop low. Now Josh Allen looking like he's hurt. They're 7-6 right now, and we were talking about the Chargers. We were talking about teams like the Chargers and the Browns and teams like that. Can the Bills miss the playoffs?
No.
They're 7-6 right now. 7-6 with a broke up Josh Allen. Can they miss the playoffs?
And they're playing him.
But
he's been questionable all week. He got to stay in that pocket. And I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Cincinnati plays Denver. They're both 7-6.
Yeah, that's big.
That's a humongous game.
Yeah.
And the way they're looking right now, if whoever wins that game, you're looking at the Bills being right on the skirt of not being in the playoffs. How crazy is that? You went from dominating the whole division to what happened? What happened to the Bills?
The Bills don't have a run game. I said that.
Run game.
The Bills don't have a run game.
You
They
called
haven't had
it
a run.
weeks ago. Yep.
My father-in-law's a big Bills fan. We argue about this. He knows what he's got. I know what he's got. He's got two backs that can't play. Both
Three
of them need
backs that can't play.
Nah, Breda can play.
Can he play?
I don't mind him. He can play with the right guy. He's cruising. But Devin Singletary, I drafted him in enough leagues.
I got balls.
I thought he was that Singletary, man, but the line, man, it's just that line is just a hit or miss, bro. To me, I feel like it when it comes to the running game.
Is it the line or is it the players? Is it the line or the players?
Their biggest detraction was Emmanuel Sanders. Once they put Emmanuel on the field and they took the ball away from Stephon and that vertical game, all of a sudden we didn't have a rushing game again. Like it was worse than it was last year, and it shouldn't have been this year.
All right, so check this out. Check this out real quick. You've been talking about the Ravens, right? Right now they're 8-5. 8-5, and they're playing Green Bay. We all probably are picking Green Bay to win, especially with Lamar Jackson. We don't know, right? Right? Probably. So let's say they lose.
Probably.
Let's say they lose. They're 8-6. This goes back to the same discussion I was saying about the Bills or the Chargers, all these teams. The Ravens could mess around and not make the playoffs. And then you got Cleveland and Las Vegas. What if Cleveland wins? They're 8-6. Now they're above the Ravens. This could be crazy. The Ravens and the Bills are supposed to be the best team in the AFC to start the season. And now you're telling me that they might miss the playoffs? How crazy is this? What's the reason for it? Is it COVID? What is it?
No, COVID this year isn't killing us like it was last year. It's looking pretty downward spiral right now. It sucks right at the tail end of the year. But the thing that's killing them is I think it's the 18-game season, and now we are this longer season, 18-week season. We've got a level of depth that's being made parity in the NFL just so hard to find. I mean, in the NFC, there's 6 teams, I think, with a winning record.
Yeah.
And in the AFC, there's 8 teams on a win with a winning record. 9 teams is 7-6, 7-6, 7-6 across the board on 5 teams. This is a crazy year. You don't know who's the team. So
it's dude, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's been up in the air all season long for majority of the teams in the league. I don't give a damn. It's crazy. Oh, Drew's getting on. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Hey, so real quick, when Drew pops on real quick.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, so we're gonna pause real quick for a sponsor. My sponsors want to do a shout out real quick. We're gonna pause while Drew pops on real quick.
Yo, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yo, he said.
We can hear you. We can't see you though.
Yeah, I'm in the car right now, bro.
Hey, why are you making me echo? You're making me echo.
Chris,
look at Tommy, Chris. Look at his finger, Chris. Look at his finger, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you making us echo?
Bro, I don't know, man. Fucking
Turn your volume.
That's the iPhone for you. That's the iPhone for you.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Way better.
You had it in the car, didn't you?
So, Drew, look, we talking about the AFC real quick and all the crazy stuff that's going on. We talking about the Bills and the Ravens and all these teams that could be out of here. Your boys, if y'all can get a big win this week, y'all can put yourselves back in it, but I don't think you will. But that's how crazy it's going on.
They moved the game.
I know they moved the game. But look,
that's fucking crazy,
since you late, we jumping right into the fantasy spot. So with these COVID games, I'm gonna start with you, Tommy, and go all the way around. Because I know you in the playoffs in the big league. Do you have any players in these games that keep on getting moved? And if you do, are you scared to wait to that game to play somebody?
I mean, with the guy I've got, Chris is feeling me on this one. You can't not play him. If you got Cooper Kupp, you're starting him, and you're praying he starts because he's the reason you got here.
Facts.
So he's locked in lineup. I mean, you might be putting him in the flex and praying, but he's locked in.
You're putting him in the flex, yeah. What about you, Chris?
He's starting.
You not worried about nobody? Like Tuesday game? They could easily say, we're gonna move that to next week or until 3 weeks from now. And then what happens? What is fair, guys? Since we're all in fantasy football, we're all in this leagues.
Let me get this right. So if they play Tuesday, they're not going to count towards fantasy?
It will count for the week. But suppose something happens where there's more COVID that happens and they say, oh, we still can't play. That game gets postponed again. That won't count for this week.
Oh, shit.
So since I am a commissioner, I'm asking y'all, what would be fair if you have somebody in there? Should we allow people to say, hey, if this person gets COVID, I want to substitute this person before he plays, before we know what
one designated flex, but we've already had a Thursday game.
Right.
I mean,
so I'm just asking what y'all's thought process is, because it's like, I
know
me, if I'm waiting for somebody.
Carol Williams,
You know, it's tough. I don't want to lose that way.
You finna lose that way, Terrell.
That's what I think. Like, honestly, the most fair way to go is to say, as fantasy owners in today's football,
take chances.
Yeah, it's big time money.
Drew, you better turn your phone back down, dude.
Bro, it's on like 10. Sorry, my fault.
I don't know what happens,
any
dude.
better?
It's okay. I'm gonna whoop your ass this week in fantasy in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, damn.
We'll see about that, man.
Now, look, I'm not.
Look.
You know why? Because you have Tom Brady on Sunday Night Football, and I told Chris about Russell Wilson thing earlier when I was up by 50 points, had the championship in my hand, in the ring, and had it all, and then he scored 55 points, and I lost on Sunday Night Football. I hate Russell Wilson. Who are you playing, Tommy, in the big league?
My matchup is against Bucktown, Smith and Wesson.
Are you playing Bly? How you feel about that matchup?
Bucktown, I got that, man. If I don't get past this one,
and Chris,
so he had something hot.
Chris, you feel good about yours too, don't you?
About who?
About your matchup against Brady.
Oh, yeah. I feel pretty good. I mean, but he's a tough team. I ain't going to front. He's a tough team.
Drew, how you feel about yours?
I feel great.
Do you really?
I feel amazing. I think this is going to be the easiest win I've had all year, and I'm feeling confident.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love that confidence.
Yo, this
Keep
is
shouting it out.
shots fired.
I know Leonard Fournette's probably going to have the week off, but I'll just play A.J. Dillon instead. I really don't think I'm going to have –
No, they said Fournette's playing.
He is? Okay. Well,
Fournette's playing.
Good.
Watching the JMU game right now.
Yeah. Not me.
JMU right now.
Hey, nigga ain't got no cable.
You got internet, man.
So what?
All right, so look,
Hey, it's on pause. It's on pause
right now. NFC time. You still rolling with the Rams? Y'all were picking the Rams last time. Last week, y'all said Rams. Are they still the team?
And the NFC?
Are they still the team?
Nah, bruh.
Who's the team?
It's looking good.
NFC.
The team they beat.
Are the Cardinals done?
No, the Cardinals are still the team to beat.
Still there?
Yeah.
Cardinals still the team to beat. Not the Bucks.
Yeah.
Not the Bucks. Oh, wow.
Tom Brady don't win a Super Bowl last year with crowd noise. Don't give me this. He got so many Super Bowls, got asterisks. It's beyond belief. He looks like very bad.
Is this Denver hate talking? Or
man. Straight up Tom hate. What
is
you
this
talking about?
Envy over here? Is this Envy?
No, bro. Come
Who's
on,
the
man.
team, Drew?
New Orleans and Green Bay.
It's got to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bro.
Yo, he just pronounced that Tampa.
Yeah, it's Tampa.
I don't see. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I think obviously the Rams got some star power, but I don't know. It's a tall order beating Tom Brady, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clutch. He's clutch when it comes to his.
Chris, I'm gonna start with you, Chris. Why does no one ever give Green Bay a shot? Green Bay's always there. Aren't they the number one seed right now?
Yeah, they are.
Number one seed right there. Nobody ever talks about Green Bay. Why don't they ever get love?
It's because they're always there, but they always lose the momentum that they have every year. Guaranteed flop.
Okay. So they're gonna flop again this year?
Hell yeah. Definitely. I mean, they're a very good regular season team. I'll give them that.
Man.
But if
That
they
boy,
get,
A-Ron
if they're the
puts you in
number
NFC
one seed,
championship game.
if they're the number one seed, they got home field advantage. You got to go to Lambeau in the cold. They still don't have a chance.
Their percentage in home field wins are ridiculous.
So they don't have a chance.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course they got a chance.
Everybody sounds like they
And you're talking about Aaron Rodgers, bro. Aaron Rodgers has been clutch all season long. He's putting up 30, 40 points.
I think
You know,
that's
like
why we don't give him a chance is because
That's
of
crazy.
Aaron Rodgers. He has a tendency to throw up on
he's
the
one.
every
He's
now
one.
and then. He has one of these tantrums that we can't
the-
stand on a Sunday because on a Sunday it's about football, and he ends up costing the Green Bay Packers something, and that's why I don't want him to get hurt. But besides the point, like that, and I think honestly that's why, like, if you want to, not really. I got to between Russ. I want Russ.
Hey,
I
I could get behind that.
Aaron Rodgers is one of the most hated quarterbacks in the league, bro.
We can win a Super Bowl with him. It'll be like,
Yo,
I mean,
Chris.
Peyton didn't win in 2013. He didn't win.
Yo, Chris. Tommy said, I don't want Aaron Rodgers. He got Drew Lock and Teddy Two Gloves. Drew don't want Aaron Rodgers either. He thinks
Nah, you
Derek.
don't.
Y'all are tripping. Y'all are the same people that probably say that Tyler Heineke or whatever the hell his name is a star. He's not. What are we doing?
He's the reason you're not going to get Aaron Rodgers.
What are we doing? Y'all don't want Aaron Rodgers.
I don't.
Whatever.
I think I don't think he's worth you got to remember, this isn't going to be fun with him. This guy this isn't
what? He's a playmaker.
Peyton Manning.
Winning isn't fun.
You think he's going to win?
Did you say he's not Peyton Manning?
No.
Peyton Manning ain't do shit when he won the Super Bowl.
His brother got more Super Bowl rings than him.
Efficiency of anybody ever in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. It was a bad game, but not when we won the bowl. But when he took us to the bowl, he had one of the most historic seasons ever, and I don't see Aaron coming in and doing that with another team like he's done with Green Bay.
What?
But broke old Peyton Manning could do it though, right?
Why did Mike McCarthy leave town? Why did they hire the coach they had? What's the deal with the whole Adams thing? What's the whole deal with they fired a wide receiver? They got rid of some fifth string guy. You can't leave a fifth string guy to the organization. I don't want no parts of him.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Coaching wise, who was a bigger disappointment, John Gruden or Urban Meyer? Start with you, Drew.
Oh God, it's easy.
My opinion. Are you talking about the first stint with the Raiders, the second stint with the Raiders?
Come on, man. You know I'm talking about this year, man. This year.
From a coaching standpoint, Urban Meyer. From a personal standpoint, John Gruden.
Okay. Which one did you think was going to be more successful?
John Gruden for sure.
What about you, Chris?
I agree.
Tommy, same thing?
Up and down, it's John Gruden.
John Gruden. Oh, John Gruden the whole way.
The whole way. Nah, man. I mean, this guy was supposed to be a coach. He's supposed to be a leader. I mean, Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, all these names attached to him. I mean, and then we see what he's like in the other environment. I mean, when you're a leader of men, you don't do things like that.
Which one? Start with you, Tommy. Which one will coach again first? At whatever level. Whatever level.
Urban Meyer's got a job. In 2 months, Urban Meyer is going to be coaching in the college football ranks, and he's going to be. It don't matter. Urban Meyer can coach.
What do you think, Chris?
Let's go with John.
You think John's gonna come back? I think it's gonna be a few years before he come back.
You don't think so? You think
He's
so?
not allowed on TV.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about this Kyrie Irving thing? Y'all seen this Kyrie Irving thing? Y'all heard about, he wasn't going to get the vaccine. So the team, they whatever. Now they're talking about, oh, you can join the team again, but you on the road. Should that be allowed?
What?
Should it be allowed?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, they're allowing players who, if your team lets you play on the floor, you can come on the floor and play in New York. Why can't these guys? I mean, nah, man. And they need. What the funny thing is though is everybody's got this as some type of they've come to a realization with Kyrie moment. They haven't. The Nets just need him right now as far as their roster goes, and they don't give a crap about what Kyrie's saying. They just gonna play him.
So here's my thing. They took the stance trying to be like, this is where we're going to be. Da-da-da. Does it matter that the team is sucking now? They're like, shit, we need Kyrie back. Right? That's a pie in the face. What do you think, Chris? What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, definitely.
You think it should be allowed?
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you can't play home and away games, you think that should be allowed?
I mean, no.
So you don't think it should be allowed? I feel like if you're getting paid all these millions of dollars, your contract is giving you all these millions of dollars. It don't say you only get X amount of dollars for home games, X amount of dollars for away games. He's getting paid all this money, and all these fans that want to see him play have to go away. You telling me the people in New York, New Jersey that live right there, we can't watch Kyrie Irving play, but we have to go down to some other city in some other state to watch him play. What do you think, Drew?
That's whack. So he can't play home.
I don't know. I think, to be honest with you, man. Well, first of all, is he in a contract year? Do we know?
I don't think so. No, he just signed like 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know if he signed like a 2 or 3 year deal or whatever.
It's the NBA. They can knock this out.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff.
But I don't know, man. I think this is kind of like a precedent that obviously hasn't really happened before. So like the territory is new, like trying to figure out how we address things like that as far as like a sporting standpoint goes. But like personally, yeah, let the guy play. I mean, clearly he would like to play, but I mean, he's doing his own little self.
Should he get paid less? Should he get paid less money?
No, hell no, man. That's wrong.
No.
Is it? No. Hold on, Chris. You said it's wrong, right? I want you to tell me why it's wrong, because when he signed the contract, the organization is thinking he's playing all 80 whatever games, right? You signed the contract for 80-some games, not for 40-some games. Tell me why. Tell me why you think it's wrong.
Oh, no, well, I mean, you got a point. He's only playing 40-some games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So his contract should be cut in half.
Is it any different? Is it any different than with Calvin Ridley and what's going on in the NFL, and with him setting out the entire season and getting paid for it? Because
that I don't understand. Yeah, that was some bullshit.
We talked about that. I mean, we all have a job. We all four of us have jobs, right?
You're a professional. You're a fucking professional. Like, what the hell? Like,
job and say, I need time to get my head straight and still get paid.
Hell nah, you fired.
Yeah. Why is he getting paid? Why is he getting paid?
It's ridiculous.
They should donate his salary to whatever cause, like whatever like the issue is in his mind, to those kind of charities. Donate his game checks to that. If that's what it's all about. If
do you subtract the contract year? Do you can you replace him on the roster? See, all these things aren't allowed right now. This guy right now is being paid every week. He counts on the roster. I mean, they are pretty much handcuffed.
Exactly right. That's my point.
And it's the same thing with the Kyrie situation. I think Kyrie should be void of contract at this point. Honestly, at this point, with this level of breach of change in the environment, I could call all the contracts in the NBA null and void, and let's all sign a new one. But at that point, but this can't continue the way it is. We need some better lines than what's.
All right, we got 3 minutes left. We got 3 minutes left on this meeting right here. But look, I want to ask y'all this: if you were a teammate of Kyrie Irving or Calvin Ridley, how would you feel about this? How would you feel about them making the money that they're making and not contributing to helping you? Go ahead, Drew.
All right, what was my fucking phone almost died. I had to plug her in.
All right, the question is, how would you feel if you're a teammate of Calvin Ridley or Kyrie Irving? You know what I'm saying? They still getting paid their money, but they only giving you half the help or no help. Start it off. Tommy, go.
As a teammate, I mean, you support them. You're not considering them at a certain point. No, not even publicly. At a certain point, past at the point at which we are in the season with Calvin Ridley and the Kyrie Irving, and you're not thinking of them on the court anymore at all. When they come back, we'll adjust to them on the court, but off the court, they're your teammate too. So you're just sitting there like,
yeah, support them, man.
Yeah, do what you do. Hand slaps in the hallway. They coming no matter what. So you're just there. But you're waiting to see him again, right? At this point, you're waiting to see him again, and you're not. They're probably no longer even a part of your Sunday or late night, whatever it is.
You think the same thing, Chris? You think the same thing?
I mean, I can agree with a lot of the stuff that Tommy said, man. Again, like he said, when whether you're there or not, whatever, you support your team is something that you should do in general. And you're getting paid, dude. And, I mean, show up. You don't deserve to get you don't deserve to get. How can I put this? I'm trying to come up with something. You don't get all you don't get that limelight if you're not being part of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that. You shouldn't deserve it if you're not going to be a part of it. I don't.
They're in this situation. We're sitting here talking about them because you are superstars. You're superstars.
Yeah.
You're superstars that make an enormous amount of money. We as fans, we pay to watch you. We pay our hard-earned money.
Agreed.
To pay you. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. And if I'm a teammate and I'm on a contract, like I'm trying to get paid, I'm trying to stay in a league. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at this guy out here. I could be getting a piece of that money and get a new contract, but you out here, like Tommy said, you're holding that when we can't even get another player to replace you.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
So that's the part where we need to, as far as the organization goes,
That's
the organization right now isn't being compensated.
It's getting ready to cut off. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 56, part 1. We'll be right back with part 2.